Hello, trading is closed on March the 4th, 2024. We'll do our disclaimer before we go over our calls and make some predictions for tomorrow. It's my trading plan for Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. Please trade at your own risk. I can be dead wrong. Look for the pattern with the early low, which is this. Tomorrow should also have the early low. We had some targets. We got one, 51.2761. Target printed at support. The ultimate targets don't have to print anytime soon, but they usually do. And the other target, 51.0524, that remains alive until early tomorrow within its preferred time frame. So if we don't get up smartly, look for 51.0524 early tomorrow if it prints in its preferred time frame. This is what we said. We hit the early low today. Tomorrow should be the early low. We said if we were going to continue the rally on the beta, we should get over Friday's high. That didn't happen. We said we trade lower, and we did. This is actually a rejection of the move to a new high because you closed under multiple highs. It's not what you want to see when you break out to a new all-time high. Now, time doesn't run out until early tomorrow. We get and take this high out, all is forgiven. But for right now, that's a negative pattern. During the day, MEJT said ultimately higher prices would print, which they did. We got a regular sell signal here. This is the minimum target. You don't have to get more than that, but you did. Again, it gives a target. It doesn't tell the next move necessarily. This is the stop loss on a closing basis of DeMark's weekly combo sell signal. He says to interpret it loosely. He doesn't define loosely, but we're past his limit, but not by much. You could argue it's still intact. I think it's violated, but not by much, and it's hard to put much faith in that when everything else is pointing to a top in this area. This trend line we showed over the weekend remains intact. That's the weekly chart. Daily chart trend line remains intact even though we hit a new high. I mean, that still is a valid count. This could be part of wave C. It doesn't have to respect the high of wave 1. I mean, all the fibs work here. This could be an ABC forming. Why not? So I'm going to stick with what I said before. Well, tomorrow's pattern has really low, which doesn't tell us where we open. Typically, it's a rally day with a final hour high. If it's weak, more weakness should follow in subsequent days. The new all-time high was rejected as we closed under prior highs. Market has until tomorrow's open to rectify this. We should trade lower regardless of how we close. There remain lower targets, and the wave count still justifies a high in this area. It hasn't been invalidated. Until we start down, this call can fail. It's tough to pick tops and bottoms, but I still like the idea of a minor high in this area. I'm not looking for anything serious here, but there should be a pullback. Now, if we gap up smartly and overtake today's high, the idea is kill before the open. So I think that's a rejection of the highs. I have lower targets, but don't get up smartly. You could have a drop here, but if you look at it, it's not even 1%. So the minor pullback here is what I'm looking for unless we take this high out early. It's a pattern with the early low, and that's today's call.